For those motorists here in New Providence who drive around town seeking the lowest price in gasoline, you just now have to drive to your nearest Esso dealer. According to Gas Tracker, Esso has lowered its price to the lowest seen in the Bahamas in a long time. Esso now sells for $4.94 per gallon. Shell is next at $5.32, and Texaco the highest at $5.50 per gallon. This comes as the price of a barrel of oil on the international market continues to drop. Nominations taking place for school board elections in New Providence and Grand Bahama today. Director of Education Lionel Sands says these boards are now attracting the involvement of the wider community. According to Sands, school boards also manage allocation of funds and are allowed to make pertinent decisions to benefit the school system. These include responsibility for minor repairs as well as providing funds for tuition, materials, and supplies. Meantime, President of the Bahamas Union of Teachers, Belinda Wilson, is also pleased with the works of school boards, but feels they should have more authority. While teachers in the public school system observing World Teachers Day today, it's an opportunity to celebrate the profession and to promote international standards for teaching. The theme for this year, Teachers for Gender Equality. President of the Bahamas Union of Teachers, Belinda Wilson, is encouraging the thousands of public school teachers to continue giving their best to ensure that the nation's children perform at their full potential. Wilson says while teachers continue to face various challenges, the BUT has a pulse on the situation and will soon be negotiating an attractive agreement for teachers. At a time when many appear to have a short attention span when it comes to national development and commitment to any cause is limited, the Ministry of Foreign Affairs said goodbye last week to an exemplary civil servant. Career Foreign Officer Carlton Wright began pre-retirement leave after spending 4 decades in various postings throughout the public service. Wright says in spite of its imperfections, the public service has served the country well, and more citizens must accept the challenge to serve.
You're not going to be enriched by joining the public service. But one of the things that I really appreciate having had the opportunity of being in the public service, that is the many lives that I've been able to touch, and also the many international personalities whom I've had the privilege of meeting and interacting with, many of the movers and shakers of the world. You are not likely to get that to the same extent if you were in probably somewhere else.
We'll tell you more about Wright's career coming up tomorrow night. Friends of the Cuban Bahamian organization hosted a farewell party for outgoing Cuban ambassador, His Excellency Jose Ponce, this week. Former Senator Edmund Winky Brown, Cassius Stewart, Pastor Hugh Roach, and a number of Bahamians and Cubans were all on hand to bid the ambassador a safe trip home while thanking him for 5 years of service here in the country.
It has been a privilege for me to be serving here in the Bahamas, and I have what to say to all the Bahamian people that had a wonderful tenure, that I feel very satisfied of all the things that we have been able to accomplish. And I wait for all the Bahamians back in Cuba sometime. I'll be there!
Oh, we know it. It's the opportunity of a lifetime. 11 leading Bahamian artists will showcase their work to the world during an exhibition in the United States next week. Fern Carey fills us in.
The Iowa exhibition is called Master Artists of the Bahamas, and it will feature over 40 pieces of artwork, paintings, installations, and sculpture by late artists Amos Ferguson, Brent Malone, and Jackson Burnside, along with pieces by Antonius Roberts, Dave Smith, Eddie Minnis, John Beadle, John Cox, Kendall Hanner, Max Taylor, and Stan Burnside. It's the first time such a large collection of Bahamian artists' work will be on display abroad. Plans for the exhibition began a year ago.
When the museum's director and curator Cami Scully and Kent Schenkel came across information on the Artists of the Bahamas film, they contacted the filmmakers right away to obtain more information, and that resulted in their trip to Nassau last year to meet the artists. During their visit, an impressive exhibition of the 11 artists' work based on the film was on display at 6 participating galleries throughout Nassau as a part of the Cara Fringe Festival. Needless to say, our guests were blown away.
The U.S. Embassy is sponsoring the exhibition, and U.S. Ambassador Nicole Avant says the cultural exchange will promote the Bahamas beyond a destination of just sun, sand, and sea.
Will not only serve as a platform for the featured artist, but will also present a tremendous opportunity for Americans to gain a more comprehensive understanding and greater appreciation of Bahamian art and culture. The U.S. Embassy is a proud sponsor of this exhibition because we believe that the exhibit will stimulate ongoing exchange between artists from the Bahamas and the United States.
Antonius Roberts says the exhibition gives Bahamian artists an opportunity to take their stories to the world.
This is a time when a lot of us and people everywhere are inspired by positive stories, authentic stories. And this exhibition provides us with that opportunity, not only just to show our works, but also there will be symposiums as well.
Roberts will head to the U.S. ahead of the group to create a special piece that will be included in the exhibition.
The first 4 or 5 days while I am in Iowa, I'm going to be working with a group of art students to produce a piece.
Thousands of people are expected to view the exhibition when it opens at the Waterloo Museum next week Friday. It will then move on to other venues in the U.S. next year. Farron Carey, ZNS News.